Okay, boom, this is a vibrational world. This world is vibrational. It's being ordered by law of attraction. But the thing is, when you look at this world, when you try to measure your progress with your five senses by observing reality, then you come to the conclusion that what you want isn't here. And that's the thing. You can't only depend on what you're seeing. You can't only accept what you're seeing as the only reality. There is this vibrational reality that everything was once. Right? Everything that you are wanting, any genius, any empire will first started out vibrationally. And everyone who became a genius, everyone who became rich people, successful artists, they all were in the same place that you are now standing right now, and not having it. But you do have a vibrational vortex. You do have a vibrational empire. You have a vibrational version of everything. And it's our intention to help you understand and bridge that gap between the vibration that you have right now and that will soon one day be the manifestation, because that's your job. Your job is to be the sensitive perceiver of your manifestations, of your desires. Because here's the thing, right? This law of attraction is really good to understand if you're wanting to manifest something, because you can control your vibration. And so vibration is a great word because it really is the essence of everything. And so how do you translate vibration? Emotion. So a change in vibration is indicated by a change in emotion, right? So if you feel positive emotion, that means that you have shifted your vibration in towards positive. So now you're in the receiving mode of the vortex, because remember, the vortex, your emotions are all about your proximity to this vortex. And let's talk about emotions and who you really are just for a second. Who you really are is more than you see in this now body, which does make sense. And you know what's interesting is that you are an extension of source energy, and your emotions are all about this vibrational alignment. All you have to worry about is your point of attraction, because in any given moment, you have two point of attractions. You have you and your inner being, and your inner being is thinking and is almost like following you around. It has an opinion about whatever you're thinking about right now in this now moment. You have access to source energy just like that. Yes, you do. And that's what your emotions are all about. And it's so worth taking the time to explain that, because then everything else will make sense. Because the thing about vibrational alignment is that you only have to worry about your point of attraction, because your inner being is so good at its job. Your inner being doesn't have resistance, but you have resistance. And that's what resistance is that there's challenging beliefs. Your inner being believes one thing. Your inner being believes that you're rich, because to your inner being, your vortex is a current reality, while you can think in opposition to your own inner being. And that's what resistance is all about. So we're saying stop doing that. Stop doing that. And the way to stop having resistance, or to lessen your airtime to resistant thoughts, is to care more about how you feel. That really is the answer, because when you care about how you feel, now you have your hand on the knob. Now you can control your vibration. Now you can shift your vibration and have that emotional change, because when you shift your vibration, you will know that because of how you feel, of your emotion, whether it's going in the opposite, meaning the negative emotion direction, or the positive. But every emotion that you feel is all productive, it's all useful. And so the emotion is a manifestation. You know, when you think of manifestation, you think of manifestation as in my dreams turning into reality, the money in the bank, the car in the garage, the book on the shelf, the awards on my walls, on being on stage and accepting the award, the dream body, looking at myself in the mirror, me posting pictures and feeling comfortable with the pictures, whatever it is, right? That's what the thing is, manifestation in its purest form is this moment. Anything is a manifestation, because the thing about manifestation that's really important to understand is that all manifestation is a vibrational realization. You are literally the creator of your reality, and how you say it, and that's how it is, because that's how law of attraction that's the promise of law of attraction. And a better way to say that is how you vibrate is what you receive. How you vibrate is what you receive. And so all we're saying is you can vibrate differently, but you have to know how to measure your progress, right? And that's such an important thing to understand, because if you look at reality right now and you're only used to measuring your progress by how much money is in my bank account, then you're going to come to the false conclusion that what you want isn't here. What we're saying is it's vibrational here. And you're saying, well, that's good for someone, but it's not good for me because I can't see it. And we're like, well, you're really vibrational creatures, and vibrational alignment, your emotions are the most important piece of the puzzle, because that's why you want everything. You want everything for the feeling. And so that means that the feeling is a manifestation. The feeling is a manifestation, because if this is all about vibrational interpretation, vibrational realization, vibrational, translation, then what that means is everything is a manifestation. Your thoughts are manifestations. Your daydreams, the visions in your mind, the emotions that you feel, all this stuff is manifestation. So when we're saying manifestation, we don't mean manifestation as in just the money in your bank. We're talking about the dream of the money, because here's the thing, is that in order for a vibration to even appear in the form of a thought, that's a manifestation. That is considered a manifestation, because that vibration in its indecipherable form, it had to gain enough momentum. It had to cook enough, so to speak, so that it could be realized by you in a way that was meaningful, in a way that was translatable, in a way that made sense. And that's exactly what all of your manifestations are all about. You see, you want the whole thing right now, but what we're saying is, it's not that you can't have the full thing right now, but it's just that you're the realizer. And so how do thoughts really turn to things? Because somewhere along the way, maybe you're getting a little confused, because it's like, how do I actually manifest what I want? You're going to realize it. There's this vibrational realization thing. You're going to come into awareness of it. It's going to just hit your awareness, and you're going to be like, wow. You're going to look right over at the right second, and it's going to be there. You're going to realize it. Realizing is the best way to sort of say it. And when you're realizing something, you're the one who's perceiving it. And so sometimes it feels like, if I could just complain more, then source would give me more, because sometimes it feels like you're trying to appease source in some way by feeling good, and then source will throw it at you and it'll fall right into your lap. But it's not like that, because it's already being revealed to you, but you just have to realize it. And in order for you to realize it, you have to know what the realization process is all about, the translation process. And that's what the emotion is about. The emotion is a translation. By the time you're feeling an emotion, by the time you're feeling that positive emotion, then you have to stay clean to the manifestation that is your emotion. By the time you're feeling positive emotion, that means that the emotion has manifested, because these emotions are all about vibrational interpretations too. And if you can accept that this is a vibrational world, which you must, because it just makes sense that this is a vibrational world, right? Because the geniuses, they're not just creating they're not creating from other planets, right? They're all using the same resources. They're all using the same time and space, the physics of your time and space. They're all using in the same way that you could too. They're not doing anything that's so unbelievably special. They just want, life caused them to want something, and they just were on the positive end of the train. They figured out how to believe in their dream so much that they weren't killing it with the fact that they couldn't see it. They could suspend their disbelief for a few seconds, and they could enjoy the dream. They find pleasure in the dream, and then it had to manifest. And what we're saying is, the pleasure that you feel, that the emotion, the positive emotion that you can find right now as a result of you tweaking your vibration, tuning your vibration, and the first manifestation then you experience is the emotion, how you feel, whether that's a negative emotion or positive. So now do you understand that you're experiencing so much more manifestations than you think you are, because you only think manifestation is just the money in the bank, but really the money in the bank is a manifestation, is the most enjoyable manifestation. But the thing is, you have to like the vibrational version too, because you have to lead yourself to the manifestation. But the thing is, if you're just saying I can't see it, then you can't get it. But you have to accept that the emotion, which most of you do feel, the emotion, the positive emotion, that the essence of what you want, once you can find the essence, even though reality hasn't changed, you have changed, your vibration has changed. And then in a very theoretical sense, once your vibration changes, then that means that you're in the receiving mode of that vibration. And since you're in the receiving mode of that vibration, instead of the vibration of unwanted, since you took the time to find the vibrational essence, the why you want it, and you have that emotional general conversation, you tweaked your frequency. And so now, since you tweaked your frequency, now there's something different activating your vibration. And now, in a very theoretical way, law of attraction has to give it to you. The goods have to be given to you, and that's how it is. And so usually what happens is, you understand all this, but then you contradict your own thought because you still don't see it. You're still tracking your progress, and that's fine, because you do want your manifestations. And so instead of trying to quell your impatience, we want to really soothe it. We want you to understand that there's so much more manifestation. There's so much more that you're not understanding, that you are not understanding. And it's not that you don't understand it, it's just that you're so used to this physical reality, that this vibrational reality, it is a little bit of a learning gap, but it's not too hard. It's actually very fun when you think about it. The emotion means something. The daydream means something. The daydream most of all means something. By the time you're seeing it in your mind, it's about to play out. But see, that's the thing that source knows, is that when you want something, it really does already become a reality. Your source becomes it. And so anytime you feel negative emotion, it means that there's something really big on the other side of that you could tune to right now, if you cared about how you felt, if you caught it early, if you were sensitive before the momentum of unwanted got big. So the emotion means a lot, because once you're experiencing the emotion of what you want, then source knows that you have to, by the standard of law of attraction, by the law of attraction, but in this law-based understanding, it has to be given to you. Because, and the thing is, do you understand how if that's not your experience, then what that means is you're contradicting your own thoughts. And usually you contradict it because you talk about how hard it is, because you still think that you're the driving force. You're the one who's going to apply the effort. You're the one who is going to make it all happen. But law of attraction does all of it. Law of attraction is like the workhorse. It does all of the work. It manages everything. But you just have to be in the right place at the right time. You have to meet that rendezvous point. And so usually you're observing the fact that it's not here. But now, as a result of this video, now you understand it's always here. What you want is always present. But your ability to perceive it is always varying. But you have an inner being who's always there. So you have a way of tracking your journey. You have a way of literally quantifying it. You have a way of being, okay, I'm off. If I feel negative, that means I'm off of what I want. And so your job isn't to fix it right now. Your job isn't to jump into any action. Your job is to tweak your vibration, feel different. And that's how you work on the vibration of everything that you want. That's how you manifest. You first find it vibrationally, you first find it emotionally. And then once you find it emotionally, then you pretty much did it. Then now you understand that the first sign of your manifestation is the emotion. But the thing is, that's also a sign. That emotion is a manifestation. The same way that you would call the car in the garage a manifestation, that emotion is a manifestation of like the same sort of a receiving mode, same family, so to speak. Because once you're experiencing the emotion, then that means that you're already in the vibrational wavelength. You're in the receiving mode of what you want. And so if you're in the receiving mode of what you want, then it's just natural that enough momentum would, go by, or there would be enough momentum. And the thing is, you don't have to worry about momentum. You just have to you have to just not contradict your thoughts. You have to care more about how you feel, that you're being more general, because then the momentum will go. Then you will continue to think about it. Then it will keep popping up in your mind. Then you'll just want to think about it, and it didn't manifest. But the emotion is a manifestation. Once you're experiencing the emotion, then you could celebrate, because it's the emotion is a promise, yes, but it's also the manifestation that you're really wanting. And as you understand now that, hey, since I feel the emotion, and we said that a lot, emotion, because it's a vibrational reality. The emotion is the most important thing, because then you can guide yourself. When you understand emotions, then there's nothing that you can't have, because now you understand how it all works. You understand, oh, I just have to feel good about it, because if I feel good about it, then I'm not only moving in the direction of it, I'm already there. Oh, I'm already there. If I'm feeling good, then I found the receiving mode. And so now I just have to stay in that receiving mode. And in fact, the fact that I feel good means that I found the receiving mode. And the fact that I found the receiving mode and the positive emotion means that it's coming. It's coming for sure. I know that it's coming, because I feel immense positive emotion about it. And that positive emotion, it's like the evidence. Whoa. The emotion is the evidence. Because you think that the evidence of your manifestation is the full form money in your bank, but there's so much more evidence that you have to be very sensitive to. You have to be willing, because if not, then you run the risk of looking at what is, and you run the risk of calibrating to the absence, because most of the times your desire feels absent because you can't see it. And even when you daydream about it, even when you talk about it, it still feels distant. It feels like something that you're not experiencing, but your manifestations are here right now. It's manifesting all over the place. You're doing a lot better than you think. You're a lot closer to all of your manifestations than you think, because it has already been done. Source has already become it. Your inner being has already vibrated it. Your inner being is focusing on it. So law of attraction is responding to your inner being's point of attraction. And so there's no resistance in your inner being's point of attraction. So all the quadrillion components are just gathered and they're ready for you. And so all you have to do is just be in the receiving mode. And if you're in the receiving mode, because of how it feels. You feel eager, you feel passionate, you just feel good, you feel frisky, you feel invincible, you feel peaceful, you feel content, you feel easy, you just feel like flow, you just feel clear, you just feel like you're having a good time, you feel like life is easy, you feel appreciative, you just feel like you're at peace, you feel right, you feel one, you feel whole, you feel like you are who you are, you feel like you're finding home, you feel good, you feel right, you just feel so interested. You feel interested, you feel free, you feel abundant, you feel right, you just feel like something is just going really right, you feel the rightness of your being, you feel the perfectness of all of this, you feel the perfection of this moment of who you are, and you feel the perfection of everyone, and you appreciate everyone, you appreciate all of the contrast, and you appreciate all the variety, and you're so happy that everyone is who they are, and you accept that there's contrast, and you're coming to love the contrast, because you understand that the contrast is really what eternity is all about. And so once you're feeling that way on a regular basis, then what that means is the evidence of your manifestation is literally being perceived by you. And once the evidence of your manifestation has been perceived by you, then it's a very short distance from the emotion to your manifestation, to the physical manifestation. But once you feel that emotion, then you really have it all. You truly have the success that you're looking for.